like 12:15, I think it was.
Oh,
I looked at my clock. No, not quarter to 12.
12. It's almost midnight
yes,
here.
on Thursday, June
27th.
Yes. This is, I'm Shelagh, and this is episode 65 of the Three Sisters Knit podcast. As I said, I'm Shelagh. You can find me at Ravelry as Shishi62.
And I'm Margaret, and you can find me on Ravelry as Magpie60.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, so we had knit night a little while ago.
Yes.
The ladies just left.
Yes.
A short time ago, and so we are finally getting around to doing our podcast. And we're actually, we're really excited to share what we've been working on because we actually feel like we've got a little bit of like some stuff to actually show.
Yes.
So why don't we may as well, because ta-da!
I am finished my Glen Lee tank. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to stand up a little bit so you can see how it is.
Yeah. It's turned out so beautifully.
It does. It sits really nice. It does need to be blocked whenever I wash it because the bottom likes to roll even after and
a little bit.
Curl a little bit. But other than that, I love it. It's wonderful. It is comfortable. It is 100% merino right now. It's quite warm. We're upstairs, and it is quite warm.
It's a warm and humid day today, so yeah. But it fits beautifully.
It does. I'm very, very happy with how it fits.
Yeah.
And I'm just very pleased.
Yeah.
So.
And it looks really nice.
Yes.
Like the yarn is perfect for that. It shows off the lacy section at the bottom really beautifully. And we'll see if we can try to take some photos of Shelagh and try and put them in here as well, just so you can get a better sense of what it looks like. Yeah, it is. I'm very happy with how it turned out. Just so happy. One arm's slightly tighter than the other, but that's only because of the number of stitches I picked up. One has a little bit more than the other. I know. I find it's the whole idea of picking up stitches so challenging. I don't find it's not that bad, but I can't ever get the same number. Because sometimes I get the same number and it's like I still have 3 inches to go on one of them. Or it just never works out for me. So I'm like, you know what? I don't know what the trick is. It's comfortable enough. I did make sure that I stretched it and I actually have it hanging on a hanger so that it will hold it down. Yes, it will hold it down a bit. So I'm quite happy. It doesn't come too low, which is really nice. And it's nice because the edging of the sleeves and the neck are you pick up the stitches and then you purl around and then you knit around and then you purl around and then you so you're doing a false garter stitch. A false garter stitch sort of and that's it. It just finishes it off and it stops it really nice. It stops it from curling. Yeah. So I really like it. It finished it off the edge quite nice. I'm very proud of myself. Yes. And it's just the right length. You could wear a necklace if you wanted. It is. I could wear a really nice one that would sit like just right here. It would be really nice. Yeah. I have several shorter ones. So so I'm very happy of it. It looks so good. I know. I love it. It's so comfy. So but I want to show off. She has a whip. I'm not finished mine yet, but I want to show off mine. Which much deservedly so. Look at this. You can see that I have really made progress. So my progress keeper that I have, this is where I was the last time I showed this to you. So I have been working on the body. You can kind of see where I have decreased for the waist, and then I started increasing for the hips. So this is the funny thing, but it's really cool because it makes it mine. For the body, for most of this, I've been following the smallest size, the 34, essentially the 34-inch bust. That's the size that works for me. The sleeve length is great for me as well, but my hips are much bigger than my bust. So what I've done is I've done fewer rows in between increased rows, so there's a sort of a marked, you can really see the increase, so it's much more noticeable. And I'm also going to increase to more stitches for the
I can see like right
width
here and
that
right
I
here.
want for around my hips.
Yeah.
So, and I'm also
Looks
thinking
great.
I'm going to make it fairly long because I'm long-waisted, so I'm going to probably make it fairly long. Mm-hmm. But I've got plenty of yarn. I'm not concerned.
You've got lots of yarn.
I've got lots of yarn, so I've got enough to keep going. But I
is
have
that DK or worsted weight?
Well, it's Rios.
The Mano
Still Uruguay Rios, which they call a worsted weight. Now, I just assumed it was a DK weight because when I worked with the green, which is Georgian Bay Fiber Company, it's a DK, and yet they were very similar.
Yes.
And I was able to figure out. I managed to get gauge, so I wasn't concerned.
Yeah.
Using the appropriate needle size for my knitting, and I managed to get gauge, so I'm not concerned about that so much. So I'm just really, really happy. The sleeves are done.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I have taken a photo of myself wearing this just as I got to sort of where the waist is. And I've put it on my Ravelry page for the project, so you can see kind of how it fits. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to keep trying to plug along on this. I haven't worked on my watermelon socks at all because I've been focusing on this.
Yes.
And in part because I know that my work schedule is going to start to get crazy. Yes. So I really want to focus on this, and that way for things like knit night or any...
And that's good because it's just knit.
Yeah, this is really good. But it's the kind of thing that I want to do either at home or just here. Like, I don't want to, like, travel with it, whereas socks, I feel like...
Socks are better for traveling, especially if you're just doing a plain, simple vanilla sock.
Yes, which I'm doing. So I figure if... I don't actually have any travel plans, but...
Me either.
Yeah. So,
right now.
But if I do decide that I want to, go somewhere, or if I'm going to be on a road trip with somebody, because obviously if I'm driving I'm not knitting, but then I'm going to have my socks, which are much more portable, so I'll focus on the socks later in the summer, but for now I really want to get this sweater done. It's kind of like I tell myself, okay, all I have to do is like 2 rows. Oh, that was the other thing I wanted to mention. I watched Grace of Babel's Traveling Yarn, where she showed a video on how to do helical knitting. So what I'm doing is I am alternating skeins of yarn, and I wanted to do it in a way that you didn't get that kind of little
jog,
false seam where you switched yarns.
Yeah.
So I did this helical knitting. And what you do is you knit around with so you've got your first skein, you knit round 1 row, and then you attach the next skein and you knit round, and then 3 stitches before the end you slip those 3 stitches, and the last stitch that you have slipped is the first skein.
Yes.
So you then just start knitting using that. And then the same thing again, 3 stitches before, you slip those 3, and then you're working with what had been the second skein.
Yeah.
And so you just keep
working that, and it works, and there's like no mark whatsoever. You cannot tell that she's doing it. You cannot tell.
I'm going to kind of show,
it's kind of dark, so it's there.
But you can see, you can't see any, and if you see Grace's video, she has a sweater that she pulls off, shows inside out, and then she shows you on, but you can't see any sort of what I call a false seam, but that pickup
sort of
join that you get. So, and I'm really happy with the interchanging of the 2 skeins.
Yes. Oh, it's turned out just so
like you
nice.
Can't tell
so nice
that I'm doing that because it's just really captured the changing really well. So you're changing skein every row.
Yes.
So
It looks so nice.
Anyway,
that yarn is and you're going to have some yarn left over.
And I will probably have yarn. Yeah, I may not use all the skeins that I have, which is fine.
It would look nice in a nice soldotna. Yeah. You can add it to that. Or I can use it for me. So,
but anyway, I'm so happy with it, and I'm really hoping that I can finish this sweater before my work gets really crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yes, she's like knitting like crazy.
Yes, and like I said, I try and tell myself all I have to do is like 2 rows or 4 rows every day, and it'll eventually start adding
up. I go to the 4 to 6 rows a day on that size. Yeah. And if you can't, if there's a day you can get 10 in, get 10 in.
That's what I try to do. So
So right now I've been working on. I showed the last time that I'm making this spring rain shawl.
This is so beautiful.
I'm down. I just weighed my skein, my ball, and I have 61 grams still.
61 of
out of 100. Actually, I weighed it and it was 105 when I weighed it. So, but they said that basically you're using the 100-gram skein.
Yeah.
So once you get to like 50, half of the skein, well, I'm still at 61.
Yeah.
And when you read the pattern, it says repeat rows 1 to 12 18 times or until no more than 50% of the yarn has been used.
Mm-hmm.
Well, or like, and they say 72 stitches basically.
So this was the reason that we like fell in love with this too. Is that part at the bottom looks like a leaf or a feather, and then
you're showing it backwards. If you showed the other way, it will look
better.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
See, it has the thing in the middle. That's the front. So.
It's so pretty.
Yeah. But you get the gist of it. It looks like a leaf or a feather.
Yeah.
It's really, really pretty.
And then this is just garter. And so the increase is on the garter section.
It's right at the join here. It's right at the join here is where you do the increasing. So that's every 4th row or so.
Yeah. So that's why you can maintain this lovely leafy pattern.
It doesn't change that at all.
But it does get wider. Yeah. And it's so pretty. Gosh, this is soft yarn.
I know. This is the yarn that I got from South Beach yarn, and this is baby alpaca, silk, and cashmere.
Oh, that's why it's so soft.
I know. It was so funny. We were at the booth, and I stood there, and I held that, and I was like, oh my God. And all of a sudden I'm like, I can't put this down. Yeah. I have to buy this. I cannot put this down. Right? I was like, oh my God. That was such a this is probably like the most expensive skein of yarn I've ever bought.
But it's so nice.
I know. And really, it wasn't, there's more expensive yarn out there. And I thought this one actually wasn't too bad.
No, it wasn't too bad.
Because I've paid that for a sock yarn. Bug, go away. Don't be on my yarn.
That's the problem. We have all the windows open and so all the little bugs are coming in.
Well, the screens are on, but
still, they squeak their way in somehow.
Yeah. Well, they're not so bad. Now that I have a screen on my window, as you can see, we're in my room. I've got most of the stuff in here. It's just getting it organized now. Mm-hmm. So, which we're very happy about. So, I've got that I'm working on. And then I decided, I was watching Sue on her Periscope, which I do Periscope I try to a couple times a week. And she is, she just comes up, Sue Stokes, and it's knitting. Mm-hmm. She was talking about, she got her sock mojo back again.
Oh, okay.
So, and she likes to make these monkey socks, and they're by Cookie A. Mm-hmm. If you go onto Ravelry, you have to pay. Mm-hmm. But it is still free if you go to knitty.com. Okay. And you can download it. So I did. So this is the pattern. Like this is the...
it's called Monkey Sock.
Monkey Sock. Look at that. So this is mine. And I showed I think I showed that. I'll show you in a minute. But the sock blank I'm making it from. But look at that. Isn't that not fun?
Is the gray? Oh, it is. I love how it shows off that gray.
This is what I'm knitting it from.
There.
Sock blank. This is the sock blank. So that's what the gray is, the sheep. So these gray lines down here, that's from these sheep.
That is so fun.
So, and I got this sock blank. This is Rosehaven yarns, and I got that at I think I got it at the Frolic 2 years ago. Yeah, 2 years ago. So, but yeah, that's what I'm making. And the top is Into the World. It's leftover. I made a pair of socks last year in it, and the colorway is called Horse with No Name. Been through a desert on a horse with no name. So, but yeah, so that's what I am doing.
Yeah, because you are alternating when you do your socks.
Yes. What I'm doing with my socks is I'm doing a skein of yarn.
You'll make socks with the skein?
With this skein, and then I will do a sock, because I had several. I had like 4 or 5 sock blanks. So, so now this is a sock blank. So the next pair of socks I'm going to make will be out of a skein of yarn.
Yes.
And then after that will be a sock blank. I have 2 sock blanks left to do. And like the last one that I did with the, what was it? The Needles Up sheep one. I still have a lot left.
Yes.
So I can make more socks.
More socks.
If I want to. Yes. So, but yeah, so that is one of the other projects I'm working on. And then I just finished crocheting this tonight. One of my friends, one of our dear friends, her last child is getting married, and the bridal shower is coming up, but I don't think I can go because my daughter's second birthday party is being held on the exact same day and time. Yeah, granddaughter. So I am making her. This is the lace to go on her garter, her wedding garter. So I just finished it, so I have to wash and block it, and then I have to sew it up with the ribbon, and put the elastic in and things like that. So that'll all pucker up, and that's what I did. I like doing these. These are so much fun to do, and I've been trying for the last 2 days to get some stuff done on these because I've had grandkids here and I can't do anything right here. And then in the night when I finally, it's like I'm just too tired.
Yeah, to concentrate on lace.
Concentrate on that, and it's so tiny, right? Because I'm using a 1mm crochet hook.
Oh,
yeah. So it's like I'm
really
crocheting. I'm crocheting with thread.
Yeah,
pretty much. So. But yeah, so that's it. And I was using, because I do this often, but this is the book that I use. And this is great for, like, if you have, like, you know, some people, they used to crochet guest towels, or they would add it onto the pillowcases, the edging on the pillowcases. So that's what this is for. Or you can add it onto a blanket. It has got so many different, like, ones that are more solid and more intricate. Like look at these.
Yeah.
Something like that, to the ones like this.
Wow.
To ones like this with the pineapple.
Wow.
I know. Like, and then there's, like, just so, look at them all.
Yeah.
Like, and they have ones that have baubles and ones that have picots and all these little wee things. So mixed stitches, just all kinds of stuff. And then
So do you just flip through, and then when something catches your fancy, you think, oh, I'll try that.
I know roughly what I like to do with it. I used to do the full chain, but now I've figured out how to do the foundation chain. And this one I did. You can do it with a single, but this one I saw, and it was with a double crochet foundation chain. So, which is usually what I did. And because this is where I sew it onto the ribbon.
Yes.
To go like for the colored part. So that's why I like it broad.
Yes.
I didn't want a little wee thin one. I would always
makes sense.
Generally do a double crochet anyway. So this way I was able to do it, and I make it about 30 inches or so long.
Okay.
Because once the elastic goes in, it all puckers up in bunches. So,
ruches, yeah.
Yeah, it all ruches up. So that's why I do it about 30. I think this worked out to about 32 inches or something like that. I just go, okay, that looks long enough. And then all of a sudden I measured it and went, oh, yeah, that's plenty. So, yeah. But that's nice. How I do it. And it's pretty simple. But I just wish I had a better sewing machine because mine absolutely sucks. And I think there's a tension issue with the under bobbin because I sew it and it all bunches underneath and I've taken it in, I've tried to get it fixed and they're saying there's nothing wrong and I'm going, then why is it always bunching and catching and I've got like clumps of thread under and I don't like giving it to them, but that's the only way my sewing machine sews. So but yeah, so this book is actually, it's 1987. This, I don't even know where I got it. I'm pretty sure it was one of Mom's.
I was going to say, I bet you it was one of Mom's.
Probably one of Mom's, but at the front it shows you all the different stitches. And the symbols for the stitches, so that it uses throughout. And it has also the international crochet symbols right here.
Very cool.
Yes. So it does, and these like literally patterns.
So it might be in your library if your library does have some craft books. So it's the complete book of crochet border designs.
Yeah,
and it's Linda P. Schapper.
Yeah, and this one has 342 designs.
Wow,
in here of edging border designs.
Yeah.
So
there's all kinds of things to try if you're interested.
My gosh, yeah. Yep. Just tons and tons of them. Just love it. So, so that's pretty much what I've been working on. So, and I worked I think I worked a bit on the baby blanket. I'm not sure if I did or not. Yeah. Can't remember. I work on too much stuff. I do. Well, one of the things, you know what I do? This is what I found. What I've started doing, because I always have is I have one of these just little pocket calendars. What I do is I write on it every day what I work on.
Well, that's a good idea.
And that way I always know when I've started a project and when I've finished a project. So, like, I've got a whole bunch of stuff in this one. So, yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. So, in between trying to get other things done, I'm trying to get all this other stuff. It's like, just so much stuff. So, but that's pretty much it for what I'm working on for the time being.
Yes.
So.
And me too.
Yes. Now, I don't have anything new to us, so to speak.
No.
Right now. But I did for myself for Christmas. I bought myself an advent calendar for the first time ever.
Yes.
So, and I'm so excited to try this dyer because I watch her podcast, and it is Sarah of Graceland Wool, and she has a podcast as well called Graceland Wool, I think, and Sarah Stevens. She also has a couple of patterns out. She did the Obliviate socks.
Okay. That
we've both knit a pair of those. She also has a dishcloth pattern or like a face cloth pattern that you can make out of cotton. It's really nice. I've made that as well.
I remember you telling me.
So it's her yarn that I've got. She's got 2 size advent calendars. You can get the 24 or the 12 day, to do a 12 day of Christmas thing. She's got one of those. The one I got was the 24 day. It was her Harry Potter one. It's her 24 day one is Harry Potter.
That's
so
cool.
I'm looking forward to trying some of her yarn. I've watched her from when she was in her original one. I think she was on the O Loops podcast, and then they moved or something, so they had to do it separately. So Sarah started her own podcast, and she also does one called the Fiber Girls, which she has a couple of other dyers. 2 dyers.
Okay.
That also, so she does those 2 podcasts. So that's she's out in I think she's in Washington State.
Yeah.
So she's out in the West Coast. So I'm really looking forward to checking out, getting her. Yes. Her thing. I'm like so excited. It's like, yay, so excited. So, But other than that, that is it, because we have not gone out and literally bought or picked up anything. Yeah. Oh, other than the buttons. I was at a car show with my husband. We were just walking around and there were some vendors there and I bought some wood buttons. That was it.
No,
I did. Oh, I put them over here. That's all. It was just some wood buttons. I keep saying to my husband, see what you
looks like something like you'd make from a twig or something, or a
just
branch
from a small
tree.
branch. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only thing I bought. So, I like these. They had bigger ones too, and or they had them with 2 holes instead of 4. But I really liked them. I thought I'll buy 5 of them. You never know.
Oh yeah,
right.
Yeah. Even if you just use it for decoration on a hat or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. That's what I thought. I really liked the wood though. It was really nice.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
But that's that.
So I think we wanted to talk about
one of the special things also with today is it is our 3rd Potiversary. Woo! 3 years.
3 years. Yeah. It doesn't feel like 3 years.
No. Not at all. Not at all. So we are going to do a bit of a giveaway. We have. I'm going to show you a couple things that we have. We have 2 prizes. And you took that one. I'll take this one. So here's one of the prizes. It's a set of Knitter's Pride Nova Platina. These are from our friend Nancy with the 40-inch cord. They are the 2.5 millimeter. So that one also has it. Here is a little white alpaca that I picked up from, what is it? It's Howling Hill Studio.
Yep. And this one has a pink one.
That's a pink one. This one has like a cupcake or a tart or something like that. I should really, It from Ginger Snap. It's a Progress really Keeper, and this and a little Minnie Mouse sort of.
It's a small
notions pouch.
Yes.
So,
and then this one has it looks kind of like, I don't know if it's a galaxy or what, but it's also a notions pouch. I'll show you that side.
Yeah.
So it's black with sort of a galaxy look to it.
Yes.
And then also a really pretty snowflake Progress
Not that we
Keeper.
Want to think about snowflakes right now, but
no. But you could think of it as a star to kind of go with this galaxy-looking fabric on the
yes.
On that.
Yes.
So,
and then each of us are going through our stash, and we're going to throw in a nice skein of yarn,
fingering weight yarn
that we have in our stash.
Yes.
So. That's the surprise.
That's the surprise part of it. So we're going to draw 2 people.
Yes.
So all we want you to do for to be entered into the draw is just comment below. You just have to say hello. You don't have to comment on the podcast if you don't want to. If you want to, that's fine.
Yeah.
But just comment below, and then in our next podcast, we'll close the comments by June.
Yeah, we said June 10th. July 10th. Midnight July 10th Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah, and then I think we'll be doing our next podcast on the 11th or 12th.
Yes,
and we'll draw names then.
Yeah.
So, we would love it if you'd like to enter, and we'll send out something for you, and we'll also show the surprise yarn because we've been talking about what yarn we thought, and so Sheila's gone through hers. I have an idea of what I think I would add to mine, and so that's what we'll do. So if you're interested, we would love to hear from you. You can just say hello, just say hi.
Yep.
Comment on something. That would be great.
Yeah.
So
we look forward to saying hi to everyone.
Yeah.
So we won't comment. We might. I think you can comment.
Yeah, we can
like them or something.
Like them or heart them or something.
Yeah, we'll do that.
We'll do that just to acknowledge that we've seen. But then we'll draw.
Yes.
In a couple of weeks.
Yes, we'll get the random number generator out and do it live.
Yes.
So we like to do it that way.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that is about it for now.
Yes.
And we will see you in a couple of weeks. Happy anniversary. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. Rosé.